of carrying everything. My mind won't slow down tonight. The weight keeps pulling at me. Lord, I just want peace. Be still and know that I am God. You sit with me in the silence, even when my thoughts run wild. You stay close in the quiet. I don't have to fight tonight. Be still and know that I am God. I can finally breathe again. Your presence feels like shelter. The rain keeps falling softly, but I don't feel alone now. Be still and know that I am God. You don't have to carry everything tonight. Be still and know that I am God. You don't have to carry everything tonight. I don't even know why I'm still awake. My body feels heavy tonight. I keep pretending I'm okay, but nobody knows how exhausted I am. I smiled all day just to survive it. Tried to hide the stress again. Bills keep piling on my shoulders, and my mind won't let me rest. I've been surviving so long, I forgot how to rest. Come unto me, Sometimes I feel too tired to dream, too worn down to keep pretending. Even my sleep feels exhausted now, but you stay beside me in the silence. You never ask me to perform, you never tell me to be stronger. You just sit here in the quiet and let my soul finally breathe. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Maybe I don't have to carry everything. Maybe it's okay to slow down tonight. The rain keeps falling outside, but my heart feels softer now. I've been surviving so long, I forgot how to rest. But maybe I can finally rest tonight. Come unto me, and I will give you rest. Late night coffee getting colder, thoughts keep running through my mind. I've been trying just to slow down, but the silence feels too loud tonight. Rain keeps falling by the window, city lights blur in the dark. I don't always know the answers, but I know you hear my heart when my thoughts begin to race, and I cannot find my way. You stay near me in the waiting. You keep me in perfect peace, even when my thoughts run wild. You stay with me quietly, like warm light in the night. You keep me in perfect peace when my soul feels tired and weak. Every time I call your name, you show up for me. There are nights I feel exhausted, trying hard to carry pain, but you meet me in the stillness, like the comfort after rain. And I don't have to keep pretending I'm okay when I'm not strong. You sit with me in the quiet, and somehow I can breathe again. Even when I cannot see how tomorrow's gonna be, you stay near me in the waiting. You keep me in perfect peace, even when my thoughts run wild. You stay with me quietly, like warm light in the night. You keep me in perfect peace when my soul feels tired and weak. Every time I call your name, you show up for me. About perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. You always come close. You always come close. You keep me in perfect peace, even when my thoughts run wild. You stay with me quietly, like warm light in the night. You keep me in perfect peace when my soul feels tired and weak. Every time I call your name, you show up for me. You show up for me. Been staring at the ceiling, trying not to fall apart, thinking about tomorrow and the weight inside my heart. I keep asking questions that I'm scared you won't explain. And honestly, Lord, lately I don't know what you're doing through this pain. Sometimes I don't understand you, sometimes I don't see your hand, but you stay sitting here beside me while I unravel again. So I lay down every fear, every thought I cannot hold, even when my faith feels weak. You stay close, you take care of every worry, every burden on my mind. Peace beyond my understanding, holding me tonight. And even if the answers don't come, even if the road feels long, you stay beside me in the silence till my heart grows calm. I thought faith would feel much easier, I thought you would move right away, but maybe you've been teaching me how to trust you while I wait. And maybe being held by you doesn't always look like change. Maybe peace is knowing you will love me through the pain. You never turn away from me, even when I question everything. You stay close. You take care of every worry, every burden on my mind. Peace beyond my understanding, holding me tonight. And even if the answers don't come, even if the road feels long, you stay beside me in the silence till my heart grows calm. Be careful for nothing, that's what you said. But Lord, you know how hard it is to quiet all these thoughts inside my head still. You never asked me to carry it alone. Jesus. You take care of every worry, every burden on my mind. Peace beyond my understanding, holding me tonight. And even if the answers don't come, I will trust you through the pain. You stay beside me in the silence, and slowly I can breathe again. I remember staring at my bedroom ceiling, wondering why nothing ever changed. Everybody else kept moving forward, while my life just stayed the same. I was trying hard to trust you, but honestly some nights were hard, 'cause people said that you were faithful, but silence only filled my heart. I kept asking, did you forget me? Am I running out of time? Will I always feel this behind in life? And all the noise inside my head wouldn't let me breathe, but somehow you still stay close to me. Even when I couldn't feel it, in the multitude of my thoughts, your comfort held my soul. When I was falling apart quietly, you never let me go. And now I know you were with me all along. Even through the silence, you were working while I prayed. Every tear I cried alone, every word I couldn't say, you stayed beside me through it all. Jesus, you never walked away. You never walked away. Adulthood felt much colder than I thought that it would be. Everybody had direction while I was drowning silently. And there were nights I felt embarrassed, watching dreams delay again, trying hard to stay hopeful while disappointment settled in. But then you'd send the smallest reminders, or call it just the perfect time, a peace that came without a reason, like your hand was holding mine. And slowly I started seeing, maybe waiting isn't waste. Maybe you were building something time could never recreate. You heard every hidden prayer, even the ones I couldn't explain. In the multitude of my thoughts, your comfort held my soul. When I was falling apart quietly, you never let me go. And now I know you were with me all along. Even through the silence, you were working while I prayed. Every tear I cried alone, every word I couldn't say, you stayed beside me through it all. Jesus, you never walked away. I thought being close to you would mean everything would change faster. I thought faith would feel clearer than this. But maybe you were never late. Maybe I was just too overwhelmed to see you sitting with me the whole time. And maybe growing up lessons learning, but you are still good, even in silence. In the multitude of my thoughts, your comfort held my soul, and every fear that used to shake me doesn't own me anymore. Now I know I am right here where you want me. You were never late, you were shaping every moment. Every tear was seen by you, every prayer was carried to and through every broken season. Jesus, you stay true. Been trying to outrun the silence, keeping busy just to feel okay. Telling myself if I worked harder, maybe things would finally change. But my thoughts keep getting louder. Every night I come undone, trying to carry all tomorrow like it's mine to overcome. And honestly, I'm tired of fighting my own mind. So I sit here underneath these city lights, coffee getting colder in my hands, and you stay close beside me. Peace I leave with you, that's what you said to me. Not the kind the world keeps chasing, not the kind I have to earn. And slowly my heart grows quiet, just sitting here with you. Even when life feels uncertain, your presence feels like home. I thought peace would come from progress, from becoming someone new. If I could just fix every problem, maybe I would finally breathe. But you never ask perfection, you never rush my healing. You just listen while I unraveled and stayed when no one else could see it. And now I'm learning peace is not a place I reach. It's you beside me in the waiting, holding every racing thought. Peace I leave with you, that's what you said to me. Not the kind the world keeps chasing, not the kind I have to earn. And slowly my heart grows quiet, just sitting here with you. Even when life feels uncertain, your presence feels like home. I kept trying to save myself by doing more, by thinking more, by becoming more, but none of it could calm my soul. And maybe the peace I was searching for was never an achievement. Maybe peace was always a person, and you were here all along. Peace you leave with me, now my heart can finally rest. hands holding, yeah. I don't have to fear the future. I don't have to rush through life. You are here beside me always, and somehow everything feels like been moving so fast lately, like resting means I'm falling behind. Always chasing some kind of progress, trying to quiet my mind. And I know they say to slow down, but guilt keeps pulling me awake. Like if I stop for even one moment, everything might start to break. So I keep carrying tomorrow like it all depends on me. But you gently pull me closer, away from all the noise. You taught me how to rest beside still waters, where my racing thoughts grow quiet in the safety of your presence. You taught me how to breathe without fear inside my chest. And for the first time in a long time, I don't feel the need to run. I used to think that being strong and never slowing down, always fixing every problem, never letting people see me drown. But you never rushed my healing, you never asked me to perform. You just sat with me in silence till my restless heart grew warm. And somewhere in the middle of that stillness, I realized rest was never weakness, it was trust. You taught me how to rest beside still waters, where my racing thoughts grow quiet in the safety of your presence. You taught me how to breathe without fear inside my chest. And for the first time in a long time, I don't feel the need to run. He maketh me lie down because I never knew how. Maybe peace was never found in doing more or becoming more. Maybe peace was always letting you carry me. You taught me how to rest beside still waters, and every fear inside me slowly fades into your quiet love. You taught me how to trust that I'm safe here in your hands. And even when life keeps moving, I can finally slow down. everything together, like if I let go, my whole life might fall apart. Always thinking 3 steps ahead, always carrying tomorrow in my chest, till even resting started feeling wrong. And honestly, I don't know how to slow my mind down anymore. You told me to be still, but Lord, I don't know how to get to that place. So lead me beside still waters, where my heart can finally rest. Teach me how to stop fighting everything inside my head, and hold my peace for me, till I learn how to let go. 'Cause I've been carrying too much alone. Some nights I wanna disappear from all the pressure in my mind, from trying to become somebody before I run out of time. And maybe that's why I feel exhausted, trying to control what scares me most, while you've been sitting here beside me, quietly asking me to trust. And maybe peace was never something I had to force into my life. Maybe peace is simply following you slowly through the dark. So lead me beside still waters, where my heart can finally rest. Teach me how to stop fighting everything inside my head, and hold my peace for me, till I learn how to let go. 'Cause I've been carrying too much alone. I wanted to let go so many times, I just didn't know where to place all this fear. But you never rushed me, you never turned away from me, you just stayed. And somehow that made me feel safe enough to finally breathe. Lead me beside still waters, where your voice quiets my soul. And even if life stays uncertain, I know I'm not alone. You told me to be still, and now I think I understand. Peace was never a destination, it was always you beside me. I thought if I followed you closely, things would finally make sense. I thought obedience would open every door I prayed would happen. But here I am still waiting, watching life move past again. And honestly, Lord, I don't understand your timing. Some nights I wonder quietly if maybe you forgot about me. 'Cause I know you can do anything, so why does silence feel so loud? Truly my soul waits upon you, even when my heart grows tired, even when I cannot see you moving. stay here by your side. And though my thoughts keep asking questions, your presence keeps me calm. Maybe silence never meant you were gone. I thought you cared about my worries the way you seem to care for theirs. I thought if nothing is impossible, why do some prayers disappear? And I hate admitting how jealous disappointment made me feel, watching everybody else keep growing while my world stood still. But somehow you never stopped sitting here beside me. Even when my faith felt weak, you stayed close enough to breathe. Truly my soul waits upon you, even when my mind feels lost. Even when I do not understand, I know your heart is good. And though my emotions keep changing, your presence stays the same. Maybe waiting was never punishment. Maybe you were holding me through it all. I thought you forgot me. I thought maybe you stopped listening somewhere along the way. But now I'm starting to see that silence was never absence. You were still here, still listening, still moving, even when I couldn't feel it. Truly my soul waits upon you, and someone I can finally rest. Not because I have the answers, but because you never left. And though tomorrow still feels distant, I am safe here in your hands. You were always in the waiting, leading me through all of it. Tonight, why does everything feel so heavy lately? Another sleepless night again. Coffee getting cold beside my bed. Trying not to spiral from all the thoughts inside my head. Everybody says it gets better, but right now I just feel afraid. Like somehow I'm slowly becoming someone lost along the way. And honestly, I'm tired of pretending I'm strong, 'cause my chest feels heavy lately, and I don't know where to run anymore. Fear not, for I am with thee. That's what you whisper through the silence. And somehow when you enter the room, my shaking heart begins to rest. You steady my shaking heart when everything feels overwhelming. And even when my mind keeps racing, you stay here beside me. I thought by now I'd have direction, some kind of life I could hold on to. But lately all I feel is pressure and fear of falling behind the world. And maybe that's what scares me most, that I won't become anything at all. That all this waiting and surviving will only end in disappointment. But somehow you still sit beside me quietly, like you already know how this story ends. Fear not, for I am with thee. That's what you whisper through the silence, and somehow when you enter the room, my shaking heart begins to rest. You steady my shaking heart when everything feels overwhelming, and even when my thoughts collapse around me, you hold me together. I thought maybe you didn't care about my prayers anymore. I thought maybe you were helping everybody else except me, but you never left, you just stayed close enough to carry me through the nights I couldn't carry myself. Fear not, for I am with thee, and now I finally understand it. You were never asking me to survive all this alone. You steady my shaking heart and teach me how to trust the process. And maybe this painful season is leading somewhere beautiful. Maybe I don't need all the answers. Maybe peace is learning to trust. Even when the road feels unfamiliar, you still walk beside me. I keep trying to understand why some doors never open, why some prayers stayed silent while everybody else kept moving. And sometimes I wonder if maybe I failed you somewhere along the way. Maybe that's why I'm still here, lost inside this waiting. 'Cause honestly, I don't know where my life is going anymore. But every night, you still meet me in the middle of my overthinking. Teach me how to trust you slowly, even when I cannot see ahead. Even when my understanding fails me, you still guide my steps. And maybe I don't need all the answers. Maybe peace can live inside the unknown. If you are walking here beside me, then I don't have to fear the road. I thought maybe you were disappointed. Maybe I prayed the wrong way somehow. Maybe this wilderness season was punishment I deserve. But you never spoke with anger, you never pushed me away. You just kept walking beside me, patient through every question. And slowly, I think my heart is learning something new. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. That sounds beautiful until life stops making sense. But maybe trust was never meant to feel comfortable. Maybe trust is simply taking one more step with you tonight. Teach me how to trust you slowly, even when I still feel unsure. And even when the future scares me, you stay calm beside me. Maybe I don't need all the answers. Maybe peace was never certainty. Maybe peace I forgot how big you are. I lift my eyes beyond the fear, beyond the waiting and the silence. And somehow when I look at you, my heavy heart feels lighter. My help comes from the Lord, the one who holds the earth and sky. And maybe all this time I was never carrying life alone. I thought by now I'd be somewhere different, some kind of life I could finally understand. But lately all I see are closed doors and promises that still feel distant. Everybody else keeps moving forward while I stay here asking questions, wondering if maybe I failed you somehow, or maybe I just wasn't faithful enough. And honestly, the waiting made me forget who you are. But tonight, you pull my eyes above the noise again. I lift my eyes beyond the fear, beyond the timelines in my head. And suddenly my problems look smaller, standing next to who you are. My help comes from the Lord, the one who never lost control. And maybe all this time you were holding every moment together. Turning 29 this year feels stranger than I thought it would. I thought life would feel clearer by now, like somehow I'd already become somebody. But you never measure me by timelines, you never rush the process in me. And maybe growth looks quieter than I expected it to be. 'Cause even here, you still call me worthy of your love. I stopped looking up because disappointment made my world feel smaller. But you always lift my eyes beyond the fear, like you take my thoughts higher than they've ever been, till I can finally see through your perspective again. And suddenly you are still God here too. I lift my eyes beyond the fear, beyond the pressure in my chest. And somehow when I stand beside you, the future doesn't scare me the same. My help comes from the Lord, the one who holds my life with care. Maybe I was never stuck, maybe you were still leading me the whole time. Okay, I think I can see a little